Ooh, look at you coming back to listen to your favorite podcast. And for those who are new, welcome to your first luxury listening experience, the Save the Good Girl podcast, my love. Welcome, welcome. Come on in, have a seat. Relax, put your feet up. In today's episode, we are doing something called Shot of Erica. Shot of Erica is just like your shot of tequila, espresso, or green juice. It gets you exactly where you need to be in a short period of time. In 20 minutes, I'll be finished. And on Friday, I do longer episodes. So I release episodes every Tuesday and Friday. Luxury upon luxury. Today, y'all, I'm in a good mood. I made some really good food yesterday. It was so good, and I have leftovers. You know when you have like a good meal and you like have the food left over, you're excited like, oh, I got to eat this again? I'm excited for that. And I post all of this on my social media. Are you following me on social media? Because if not, you are missing out. My stories and everything that I do is intentional. So whether it's about journaling, cooking, makeup, beauty, fragrances, whatever it is that's good and fun, it's going to be on there. So make sure you check me out on Instagram, on Facebook, on Pinterest, on Threads. And also, every Saturday, I do new blog posts. For those who love to read. Go to savethegoodgirl.com, put your email there. Don't worry, I don't sell your information. It's all me. And you will be the first to know what's going on, because why? You're going to be in VIP. Imagine your favorite luxury store, like walking in, right? That's what it feels like listening to this. I love quality. I want to give you that, and I'm excited to give you that. So make sure you guys check me out on all social media platforms and on my website. So today, y'all, I was inspired to do this episode by my mother. On the podcast photo, that's actually my mom, and I'm going to share that story with you guys of where we were, and I took that photo. It's so beautiful and so clear. I have so many other photos that I'm going to share on the blog, so when you guys have a chance, check it out. That will be posted shortly, coming up soon. Every Saturday I'll do it. So this Saturday it will be coming up. Check out the blog. I am going to talk about this further as well. What I wanted to talk about, right? I was very inspired because I was thinking to myself, what is on my heart today? What do I want to talk about today? I have a list of topics, like a list of topics, but this has been on my mind, like really, really been on my mind. So, we go through different things, right? Different phases in life, whether it's a challenging phase, a great phase, an explorative phase, a heartbreaking phase, a very deep, deep phase. We go through a lot. And in difficult times, the focus that we tend to do is focus on us getting better. We're focused on getting ourselves back. We're focused on figuring out a routine. We don't want to stay there for too long because that's not a healthy thing to do. And when you stay in that deepness for too long, it eliminates you from really living life and figuring out what do you really need to be in that happy place, to be in a calm place, to be in a chill place. So I was thinking about that, and I thought about that. When you are down, you're not thinking to yourself, oh, I'm going to be an inspiration. You just want to get out the mud. You just want to get out the mud. You just want to breathe some fresh air. Your thoughts are not, let me help somebody else who's in the mud to get them where they need to be. Especially when you go through something that's so emotionally crushing, that's not the first thing on your mind. It's just, I want to survive. It's just, what do I need? It's just, I feel uncomfortable. I don't feel right. I'm not myself. I'm not going out. I'm not spending time with people. I'm not active. I don't have any plans for the weekend. I don't have anything to look forward to. So it gets to a place where you're like, this is not okay, and I don't feel good about it. I don't feel right. I'm not happy. So the next step is, okay, what do we need to do to get to happy? What does that look like for you? Is it getting back into a routine? Is it eating healthier, working out, changing your room, calling a friend, hanging out with somebody? What does that look like to you? Because when you're in it, your focus is not action for others. Your focus is action for yourself. That's what we want to do. We're not thinking about being an inspiration to anybody else. But you want to hear something that's so true? You are the most inspirational when you are going through something. That's what I've learned. You are such an inspiration to others when you are in your challenge and how you handle the challenge, how you handle the adversity is what makes you an inspiration. Now, when you're in it, that's not your thought. You're not thinking that. You're like, well, let me get out because I can't help you. I need to help myself. But the truth is, people are watching you. They are watching you. They are inspired by you. They're paying attention and they're like, wow, you're doing this and you're doing that. And you're like, I'm not even doing anything special. Like, I'm just trying to just learn how to do my makeup, or I'm just fixing my room over. I'm just getting a new shirt. But it's like these simple things that we think are simple, they're not simple for everybody else. It is so monumental because we don't know what people are going through. Not everybody shares what they're going through right away. So you think you're doing something simple for yourself, and that person, for them, it's like you really have cracked the code for them. And in your mind, you're like, how? How am I cracking the code for you? So what happened to me was, from losing my father, I saw in the initial phases, it was about me. I'm the one that's sad. I lost my dad. I'm sad, right? But then I also thought about how it affected a lot of other people, including my mom. Yes, I lost my father, but my mother lost her husband. They've been married for over 40 years. That's her best friend. 3 kids with him. Loved him. They would hang out together, do so many wonderful, beautiful things together. And she is going through that as well. And as I was starting to pick myself up, I didn't want to leave my family behind. I was very intentional about, I just want you to feel the way I feel. So initially, to be honest with you, it wasn't deep. It was just like, I bought a shirt and I felt nice about it. So I'm going to get you a shirt or a dress to help you. My mom is very religious. She goes to church. She prays. She will pray you down. And I've noticed that she wasn't really going to church like that. She wasn't going out like that. Just like me, we weren't really doing it. And I'm like, what can I do to help her get there? And it was small things, like she used to cook and all of that. All of these things were on pause. Everything was on pause. And then I went to TJ Maxx, my favorite store. I love that store. I went to TJ Maxx. I went to a couple of stores, and I would see some dresses. So I would buy her like a dress. I would buy her a shirt. And I would see the joy that she would have with it. I would have her try it on and do a fashion show. Like, ooh, try it on, do a fashion show. And I wanted to give my mom a mommy makeover, but without the surgery, right? Just like getting her back to her. So it was like body wash. She loves body wash. So like body wash, aromatherapy. This is where I get it from. My parents both loved fragrances and perfumes and all of that. So I love that. Everything has to smell good. So getting her a new body wash, getting her a new shirt, a new dress, accessories, earrings, just sometimes that can help. And she wasn't really going to family functions. So we had a family function last summer and I was like, Mommy, I got you. I'm gonna get you this outfit. So I got her this outfit and she looked amazing. She got so many compliments. She was so happy. And I felt like that ignited something within her. Like I saw joy in my mother. I saw her being herself. I saw her in her element. And she doesn't know this, but when I saw that, I definitely teared up because it was beautiful to watch when you see somebody, in such deep pain and you don't know what to do. You do want to help them, but you don't know what to do. When you finally see them come out of it, it's like just a joy that just, you can't even explain it. So as I started taking steps, I immediately wanted to do it for my mother. So, and my family, I have 2 siblings as well, my brother and my sister. So little things for everybody. And I booked a trip to Cabo last year. And when I booked the trip, I realized that my mother and my siblings have not traveled. We have not left the house as a family. Everything happened for us in 2020. So it was a very tricky time during that time. So I went to a wonderful spa and I loved the experience there. And the first thing I thought about was I want to take my mom to the spa. So my brother, I planned for him to go to Florida to spend time with my cousin. My sister and I had a sister weekend in Connecticut. So I just wanted to do something small. She also said to me that she hasn't been in a pool in so long. So I was very intentional to find a hotel that had a pool. And we had a really, really great time. So now it's my mom. So I'm like, my mother would really love to go to the spa. My mom is very, very, very like humble, and she's very like, don't spend your money. No. I'm like, girl, we are living a luxurious life. I don't care if it's $5 at Dollar Tree. We're living a luxurious life. We're gonna go. So I planned it for her, and it worked out perfectly because my credit card, I get free nights. So I had a free night, and I was blessed. I'm blessed to have a car. I'm blessed to have legs. I'm blessed that I can drive. I'm blessed that I can see. I'm like, sis, we out here. Like, what you talking about? So we went and we had a weekend. Until this day, she talks about that weekend. She said to me, I don't have a swimsuit. No worries. Went to Amazon, got her a swimsuit. She loved the swimsuit. And that excited her because she didn't know where she was going. So I planned for her to go out that Friday night to one of her favorite restaurants. We drove to the area where the spa was. We stayed in the hotel. We had a sleepover. We had so much fun. She loved the spa. We got massages. We were in the pool. It was just great. She was so happy. And I remember talking to her and I said, Mom, I love you so much, and I'm so happy to see you here. I'm happy you came. I'm happy that you're having a great time. I'm happy that we were able to live again. I was honored to do that for her. I was honored to be in her presence. I was honored that God gave me the opportunity to afford to do this for her because it was a luxurious experience. Okay. So, till this day, my mom talks about this, and we were in the infinity pool outside with the beautiful view of the city in the rooftop. I think we were like 14 stories up, and I took a picture of her. Yep, I brought my phone to the pool. Luckily, I have a pop socket, so it didn't fall. I took a picture of her, and that's the picture I decided to choose because it just meant so much. It meant so much to me, those photos, and just being with her in that element and seeing her joy. And when I was thinking about the podcast title, I thought about When I Move, You Move Just Like That, because for those who may not know, that came from a song from the rapper Ludacris. He has a song called Stand Up, and the chorus goes, when I move, you move just like that. And I thought about it, and I'm like, that is the perfect title for my S.O.E. Because when you move, others move just like that. It's just so simple. And that's what I thought about. There's nothing heavy that I had to do except for be me and work on my healing, except for be me and be aware. Because what happened was I was awakened. And once I kind of slowly was getting back into a space of seeing color again, I was looking at my mother. I looked at my siblings. It's like I woke up. It's like I woke up and I was like, wow. Now, mind you, this doesn't mean that I was like 100% because I was not. I was not 100% at all. And what I've also learned is you don't need to be 100% to make a difference. I have a perfectionist attitude and I have this like perfectionist way of doing things. But the reality is there's so much beauty in the mistakes. There's so much beauty in the fall. People love a story of triumph. If you think about movies and TV shows, people love the underdog. They love to see you win. They love to see how you failed and it was a struggle. And this is what captivates people because this is what life really is. Life is not just I woke up today and I feel good and I'm beautiful and I smell good and I'm walking out the door. Life is about the triumphs. It's about the failures. It's about the fall. It's about the deep pain. And it's also not about you. Yeah. It's not about you. You are not the only person going through this. You're not the only person. We affect each other so much and we don't even realize that even your energy towards people can change how they view themselves and how they feel. I know that I'm an influencer. You are an influencer too. You are an influencer too. And I know that I am. I know that there's certain things that I do that people enjoy seeing and it helps them. Somebody told me the other day, like on the Save the Good Girl Instagram, I love coffee. So I would post me like making coffee. I would post me going to the park. I would post me smelling perfume. And I would get messages from people saying, you know what? You inspired me to go to the park today. And again, I'm not doing this to really inspire. It's just like, I'm at the park. The view is beautiful. Let me take a video. But it's like, you inspired me to go to the park today. You know what? You've been cooking and you're inspiring me to want to make my own. What are the ingredients? I was thinking about getting a fragrance and you posted a few. Can you give me some suggestions? This is when I was like, okay, everything that I'm doing is intentional. Everything that I'm doing is being watched, right? In a positive way. And this is why I'm so intentional about my content, what I'm doing, and how I feel, and helping my family and seeing my mother in that element, how beautiful she is, how she's going to church, she's praying, she looks great. And when I was thinking about the podcast topic, I was inspired actually a few days ago because I saw her go to church and she looked beautiful. She was wearing this beautiful brown like silk dress. Her hair was nice and curly and wavy. She had a beautiful like sparkly earrings, a nice belt, her sandals. She gets her nails done every 2 weeks. Because I have to tell my mother, like, girl, you don't have to wait to go to a wedding to get your nails done. You could do this right now. But that's the thing. We influence each other. We are teaching each other things. As a family, we pray together, we cook together, we are involved with each other. And we need that. You need that support. You need that reminder. And sometimes you may not even get the whole, wow, you're inspiring me. It's what people do. And that's when you notice like, wow, okay, this is an impact. And it feels good. It feels good. It made me happy. I'm so proud of you, mommy. I love you so much. I'm so proud of how you have elevated, how beautiful you are inside and out, how lit you are, girl, because you are lit. And it's just beautiful. It's so, so beautiful to watch. It's amazing to watch. And being aware of this, being present, being in a space where I want to push myself. I want to keep going because I changed my room over. People were inspired to change their rooms, which I love. I introduce somebody to something. I'm like, yo, try this. And I wouldn't have never been able to do that if I'm still in that dark, deep place, isolated. You have to live out loud. I know that's very cliche, but it's true. You need to live out loud. And living out loud, sometimes you don't have to say a word. It's your actions, how you move it. Your vulnerability with people. I'm very vulnerable. And I found that the more vulnerable I am, the more solidified my healing process was. Because I'm getting different perspectives. I'm learning. And I'm yearning to learn. I love being in that space. So I want you to think about that. Do you know how powerful you are? Do you know that you inspire people by every little thing you do? And I know you work hard. And I know that not everybody sees the struggle. They don't see what you go through. They don't know your thoughts before you lay your head in your bed at night. They don't know how you feel in the morning. They don't know that you were depressed for 3 days. They don't know that you didn't sleep for a week. They don't know these things. But that climb out, okay, is the most beautiful aspect of the movie, of your movie. And as you're starting to get out and you say to yourself, oh, I just did my nails. I don't care what thing you're doing, you are influential. And it is so important and vital that we know that. It's not just important for the kids, right? It's important, the kids watching. It's important for us to know that as well. When I move, you move, boo. You move. And I'm not saying that for me. I'm saying that for us. When you move, I move. Because I'm inspired by you. If you're telling me, oh my gosh, here's what I did. I decided to, wash my hair and add something to it. You look great. I decided to go outside. I decided to change my career. I decided to start dating again. I'm on the dating apps. Whatever it is that you do, I'm inspired by that. And I'm inspired by my friends and my family every single day by what they're doing. Because when they move, I move. I move my thoughts. I move my mind. I move my emotions. And I'm ready to get started. So I challenge you to think about that. How are you moving today? Who do you think you are inspiring today? You are an inspiration. You are elevating to a different place every time you breathe. Every time you breathe. So I want to challenge you guys to think about that and understand that you are a positive force. You are a wonderful force. And when I move, you move just like that. And when you move, I move just like that. I'll talk to you on Friday, boo. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Let's keep it going. and let's keep moving. We got this.